3, 4. Come down off your throne, leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting all these years. Somebody holds the key. Well, I'm near the end and I just ain't got the time. And I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. Etc, 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 etc. Okay, now this particular tune was originally, of course, played with 2 acoustic guitars, Steve Winwood and Eric Clapton. Those guys could get around a little bit. Both of them, Steve Winwood wrote it, Blind Faith, that classic Blind Faith album. And we're trying to do it on a 4-string, which is a bit cheeky, but that's all right. This particular one I've tuned to the key of G, and I've got a closed voicing, which means that all the notes are within 1 octave. There's the 1 on the bass, the G, then the 3 note, the B, then the 5 note, the D, then the 1 again, the G. There are many advantages to that tuning, one of which is that the bass notes are closer together. If I only had the 1 and the 5 on the bass, it would be very difficult to do any sort of solo arrangement like this. And that is demonstrated most accurately, most clearly in the first part of the verse. So let's have a look at that now, eh? The first chord is a C chord with a D on the bass. The next note has a B on the bass and it plays a G chord, like that. Now I don't need that because I've already got that. Right? But I'll just put it there so you can see that it's moving down. The next note is a B flat, again with the D on the top. So you've got 2 things happening here, the descending bass from the C to the B flat to the B, and you've got all of the chords, and those first 4 chords at least, having that D note there on top. So it's to come down off your throne. Here I'm playing it open so that I can get to that one. I could do it like that, but why would I when I can do that? Sounds a little bit out of tune, doesn't it? Anyway, we'll ignore that for now. Come down off your throne. Then to a B flat chord where I bar across the 3rd fret and reach all the way down there with my little finger to play that D again on top. Now if that reaches too much for you, just don't do it, just play the B flat. But the advantage, of course, to that D, that one, is that that D stays on top and you get this da 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 da. Whoops, where are we? Down off your throne, leave your body alone. Okay, so that D staying on the top all the way through is deliberate. Yeah? Now play that 2nd string on the bass now, and then to there, and then to an F major chord, which is there. Right? So in the 5th position, I've got my first finger on the top string on the 5th fret, playing a C note. I've got my 2nd finger, 3rd finger, I beg your pardon, on the 2nd string, playing an A note, and then my 2nd finger on the 3rd string playing the bass. So that's a shape that you'll use a lot in this voicing because it's a major chord. And there it's an F. If we take it up to 2, it's a G. And that's the next chord. And then back to the D. Right, so that F, G, D sounds a lot better than that. Yeah? If if you prefer to play those, then go right ahead. But that's my preferred option at least. Okay, now the reason I showed you that before we look at the solo part is twofold. A lot of people won't be bothered with the solo part. It's pretty tricky. So it'll save you sitting through all that. And also, that's the main structure of that solo part. So when you understand that, it'll be a lot easier to play the solo. All right, so again, we've got C with a D on the top, G with a B on the bass, B flat, there with a D on the top, and back to the D, and then an F, and a G, and back to the D. Yeah? Near the end, open G, near the end, and I, second fret, just ain't got the time. I like to play the D there. For two reasons. It's closer to what we're already doing here. That's that same shape that we had earlier when we were playing the F and the G with the first finger, third finger, second finger. And that means that we can use that shape, then modify it a little bit to play a minor chord up here on the 4th fret, 4th fret, 5th, 5th, to play an E minor chord. And then to the G that we played before, up there on the 7th fret. Can't find my way home, home. Okay? Can't find my way home. So that's major, minor, back 2 frets to play the E minor, and then the D again. I could also go major, minor, minor, D. Okay? That, doing it like this, all your voices are going in the same direction. It sort of sounds like it logical, you know. So that part again, near the end and I just ain't got the time. There's my D there. E minor, and I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. If you want to go up there. All right. Okay, now to the more adventurous souls who want to have a look at that solo. I'm not going to run through this note for note, because I'm presuming if you want to take this on, you're capable of mixing it up a little bit. Your finger picking is going to be whatever you choose to do. I'll just show you the basic outline of how the melody goes without going through everything that I do note for note. Right? First one is just C with a D on the bass. Up to the E with your little finger on the 9th fret. So I'll play the D as a fill there. And again, just fill that chord out however way you like, as long as you've got the B on the bass on the first beat of the bar, and then the lick where it's supposed to be, right? You can hear where it's supposed to be. 12th fret, 11th fret, 12th fret. So again, what I'm doing is, yeah, and then the B flat, straight down to the D chord, right? But the way that I like to play it is like this. Play the D on the bass there. Okay, there's your main lick. Open second on the second string, open on the top. And just pick those two notes out of the D there. Okay, again. Again. There's your chord, lick. Yeah. Okay, F chord. So that's just straight up and down again. No, it's not. It's bass, middle, bass, up from the top. Okay, you're just picking that. Okay. Okay, again. Oops. Yeah, one more time. I'll play it a bit slower. Yeah. Big chord there. Okay. Have a go at that. I've only just learned it, so I'm very clumsy with it. But maybe I'll get it together one day and do a proper like performance of it, because I love this song. It'd be great to be able to get it up to par and take it out and play it somewhere. I wouldn't do it just yet. It's a bit clumsy, but it's a great song, as you know. So anyway, that's Can't Find My Way Home on a 4-string guitar. I wasn't sure when I first saw the request that I'd be able to do that. I thought it was a bit crazy. But this tuning has made it possible, and I hope someone out there has a go at it. Cheers.